Hello everybody, welcome to my 3x3 patterns tutorial. In it, I will be showing you how to make the patterns I know how to make on the Rubik's Cube, or any 3x3. Okay, so I will be showing you 8 different patterns I know how to make. There's some other ones too, and if you want, you can figure them out yourself. And also, before you watch this tutorial, you need to watch my notation video. Just click on the blank space, and it'll take you to the annotation, to the notation video. I will also be using X, Y, and Z, which I did not explain in my notation video. Basically, that's just a rotation of the cube. So for X, you need to rotate along the X-axis. So this would be X. Okay. Y will be rotating along the Y-axis, up and down. So this is Y. Okay, and Z will be rotating along the Z-axis. So this is Z. Okay, prime and 2 should come pretty naturally after watching my notation video. Alright, so this first pattern is the checker pattern, which is a very basic pattern. Basically, all it is M2, E2, S2. That's the checker pattern. It's really basic. Now I presented the moves in M2, E2, S2, but you can do the moves in any order. Alright, so this next pattern is called the super flip. And why it's called that is because it's going to flip every edge piece. So what you do is do M, U prime, M, U prime, M, U prime, M, U prime. Okay, that's not done yet. Then we do Y, Z prime, then do it again. M, U prime, M, U prime, M, U prime, M, U prime. Another Y, Z prime. Then one more time, M, U prime, M, U prime, M, U prime, M, U prime. And there we go, we have a super flip. Every edge piece is flipped. It's upside down. Okay, so this next pattern is the center switching pattern. Basically, it's gonna rotate 3 centers and the other 3 centers. Now, there are 2 slightly different algorithms, and I'm going to show you both. So the first one is M, E, M prime, E prime. Okay, so that's rotates these 3 and these 3. Now, the other algorithm you can use is M, E prime, M prime, E. That switches these 3, sorry. So like I said, it's pretty easy. Now you can't switch 6 centers. We can't switch these 2 centers, these 2, and these 2. That's impossible on the Rubik's Cube. On the Rubik's Cube, you can only do you can only do 4. Can't even do 2. So to do those 4, put the 2 centers you don't want to switch on the left and right sides. Here it's yellow and white, and the cube can be in any other orientation. Okay, so we do M, E2, M prime, E2. Okay, so this swaps green and blue, swaps orange and red. This next pattern I learned from one of Me, Myself, and Pi's videos. From his second video contest. I call it the 4+, because it's going to form a plus on 4 sides while leaving the top and bottom layers untouched. So to do this, put the faces you don't want touched on the top and the bottom. And again, the cube can be in any other orientation as long as those 2 are on top and bottom. Okay, so then we do U2, M2, U2, M2. Then we do, okay, then we do Y or Y prime, doesn't matter. Then we do U2, M2, U2, M2. Alright, now we do E2 to finish it up. Okay, so again, orange and red, and green and blue. The 4+. This next video I learned from Kenneth Brandon. He calls it the standing falling Rubik's Cube. Really not sure why he calls it that, but it's kind of a nice little pattern. So to do it, it leaves 2 sides untouched, the top and bottom ones. So to do it, we do U2, M2, U2, M2. like the beginning of the 4 plus. But then we do either a z or a z prime instead of a y or y prime. Instead of y or y prime, we do z or z prime. Then we do u2, m2, u2. And there we go. I think this is why he calls it standing, falling. One's vertical and one's horizontal. It's kind of a nice little pattern. Okay, now this next one is a python. It's called the python because it wraps around all the sides of the cube. Alright, now this one I also learned from one of Kenneth Brandon's videos. To do it, you do F2, R prime, B prime, U, R prime, L, F prime, L, F prime, B, D prime, R, B, L2. There we go. Wraps around every side. It's a pretty nice, pretty neat little pattern. Alright, and this last one is called the cube in a cube, which I also learned from one of Kenneth Brandon's videos. And it's gonna cause a rotation that's, looks kind of similar to, two rotations of Oscar Van Deventer's O cube. Okay, and so what we do, this is the shortened algorithm. Okay, so we do U prime, L prime, U prime, F prime, R2, B prime, R, F, U, B2, U, B prime, L, U prime, F, U, R, F prime. And there we go. So we have a cube and a cube. And it does on the other side. Now, to reverse these patterns, you can just do the algorithm again for most of these. But for the center switching pattern and the cube and a cube, you need to do it opposite of what you did. Like for this, we need to rotate the cube, so like this. So we need to do it on the other side, because otherwise, if we did it like this, we need to do the algorithm twice to get it back to the original position. We should just do it over here to get it back to the original position. And be careful when you do those B moves. Try not to confuse B with B prime. Okay, so that about does it for my 3x3 patterns tutorial. And if you want to learn how to solve the Rubik's Cube, check out my tutorial playlist. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye.